Jen, please stop.
Oh, and when are we getting the X-Men?
I cannot tell you that.
She-Hulk is messy. And frankly, it's bad. Now, I'm not saying that you can't enjoy the show or that it's woke propaganda, because that's all stupid. It's a TV show, and you can enjoy it if you want to. But that also doesn't mean that you have to enjoy it. And for me, it wasn't great. Honestly, it was kind of bad. Now, I'm not a fan of being negative on this channel. I want to spread love for the art of film because I'm a big fan of it. I love watching movies, and watching shows and movies is my biggest hobby. Seeing stories come to life on screen, seeing how they tell their stories, and just overall enjoying the experiments of cinema, it's just so great. And for as much of a joke as it is, I feel like the MCU has had some incredible and amazing films. So many of them have been great that even when the MCU is bad, looking at you, Thor: Love and Thunder, I still stick with it because I know the heights it can reach. And so when I heard they were making a TV show based off one of my all-time favorite comic characters, and it would have not just Frogman, but also Tim Roth back as Abomination, and freaking Charlie Cox back as Daredevil, I was pumped, man. And side note, read the She-Hulk run by Dan Slott. That's just peak She-Hulk, and I love every second of it. It was hitting all the right notes for me, and the trailers looked amazing, minus the CGI, but you know, hey, what can you do about that? Honestly, minus Abomination's new look, I was pumped for the show. I was excited. And then it came out. Week after week I watched, and week after week I was disappointed. Each episode was painful to get through, and I couldn't help but think to myself, what happened? How could a character I love so much, being made by a talented team and millions of dollars behind it, be this unfunny? How could it be this bad? I was baffled. I was frankly flabbergasted. Everything was going wrong and I didn't know why. And as much as I loved the return of Daredevil and how amazing Titania was in the show, I still couldn't help but be disappointed by the show overall. And that sucks. It really sucks. I never want to not enjoy something. I would love it if everything I watched was 10 out of 10, peak cinema, perfection on every level. But that's not how the world works, and certainly not how the show works. And the sad thing is, that's kind of okay. The show, unfortunately, was not for me. The comedy wasn't for me, the story wasn't for me, and the show as a whole was not for me. I wanted to love She-Hulk, but I couldn't. I can't. That's not saying it's all bad. I enjoyed everything with Daredevil, Titania, Leapfrog. All those parts were great, but they were just great parts. The show as a whole was bad. And that's that. There isn't a big moment that made me love the show. There wasn't a twist that made me see the whole thing in a new perspective. Instead, there was just a bad show. And yeah, that's it. She-Hulk wasn't for me. I love the comics, but I don't love the show. If you do, that's fact. And great, I'm happy you do. I want everyone to love everything they see. I want to love everything I see. If every movie and show was perfection, that would be great. But this show just wasn't for me. It has some great stuff, don't get me wrong, and not just Daredevil and the cameos. I enjoyed that it called out how Marvel tends to follow a formula. I love how the main villain was just a man-baby that hates women. It was fun to see She-Hulk call them out and then see everyone get mad on Twitter. That honestly made my day every Thursday, seeing how people would complain about the fact that, you know, being a horrible asshole is, you know, bad. That was funny. But the show as a whole wasn't for me. But hey, I still got the amazing comics, so at the end of the day, I'm still happy, even if the show was a disappointment. Well, I mean, I'm still upset about Abomination and how it's just made into a joke, but that's more of a personal problem for me. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you like and subscribe. Have a nice day, and bye!